Audiobook presents Max and the Midnight Battle of the Bodkins, I think. Creator of Big Name, Lincoln Paris. Dear readers, Nate, this is the fifth time you've borrowed that book. I know. I can't get enough of Max and the Midnight Battle of the Bodkins, I meant. The story begins with Max in night school. But is she good enough? Sure she is. Look at all the amazing stuff she did in book 1. But there are new challenges this time. New villains, new beasts, and bodkins. What are bodkins? You'll know them when you see them. Or will you? Happy reading. Nate Wright. Max and the Midnight Battle of the Bodkins, Lincoln Paris. If that's right. For friends, everyone. Chapter 1. I think Sir Brickbat hates me. No. You are doing it all wrong. We've been practicing our sword fight skills for 3 hours now, and he's been yelling the whole time. Mostly yours truly. The question is why? I mean, it's not like I'm the worst one here. Some of these kids can't tell a sword from a salama. Me, I guess. But whatever our fearless leader wants to air out his tonsils, I guess. I'm his favorite target. Oh, one moment. I'm his favorite target. Hold your hands higher. Or chuckle. Are you too tired? I'm not tired, I mumble. Is that so? He snorts. Then there's no excuse for your poor technique. What? My technique? Just fine. Our instructors, the problem, not that I did ever say that out loud. At KSB Night School of Bijova. Sorry if I'm pronouncing wrong. The most important lesson isn't sword fighting or archery. It's keeping your eyes open and your mouth shut. Here's an idea. Sedgwick will show you how it's done. Could not someone else show me how it's done? Of all of first years in the class, Sedgwick's the most annoying. It's not that he's a bad student, just the opponent. He's good, really good. That's what's so obvious about him. Go easy, Sedgwick. Remember, she's a girl. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I'm not showing you. I'm not used to this. Okay. I feel my cheeks burning as Sir Brickbat words hanging in the air. I couldn't tell he didn't like me, and now I know why he thinks only boys should be knights. If it were up to him, I wouldn't even be here. Hey, forgetting that stuff about going easy. Give me your best. And duel. Well, I don't want to say it. Just so you know, we're not using real weapons. These are training swords. They are made of steel, but the blades have rounded edges so nobody accidentally loses an arm. It's a safety thing, but safe or not, it still doesn't feel good to get whacked by a big hunk of metal. Doof. Wump. Like that. Sorry. Can I help you up? No. Even if I did need any help, I would not take it. I can't let ground reader for Max versus Sedgwick round 2. And this time he's going down. That's enough for today. Class dismissed. Except for you, girl. You're staying. See, I need someone to take these rocks and move them to that wall over there. Are you serious? I blurt out. So much for the whole keep your mouth shut thing. Oh, I'm serious, he growls. But are you? If you really want to be a knight, you have to build up your strength. Move the rocks, then you're free to go. Oof. Welcome to another day in paradise. Pretty glamorous, huh? Sorry if I pronounce bad or something I'm not good at. I figure training to become a knight would be a lot of work, but not this kind of work. Night school wasn't always such a drag. Actually, when I enrolled her only a month ago, I was great, or Brickbutt wasn't our teacher back then. Sir Gadabout was in charge. Gadabout used to be the commander of the Royal Guard. The guy's a legend. He's as old as these rocks and twice as tough. But you know the best thing about him? He's awesome. He's an awesome teacher. Lower it down to show you. Or he was. We'd had maybe 6 or 7 days of classes when a special visitor arrived at the school. King Conrad. He and Gadabout spoke privately, and the very next day, Gadabout was gone. That's when this clown showed up to take over. Since then, KSB have been pretty rocky. Rocky, get it? Max. Why did I call her Maxie? Okay. Miley. Hi. I'm not a good girl, pronounce girl. I don't know. If you don't know who Miley is, I'll keep this short. She's one of my best friends, and she's a midnight. Wondering who the midnights are. It would take a whole book to tell that story. What are you doing with those stones? Besides of getting some honking blisters on my hands, not much, tell her. Just doing some heavy lifting for the world's worst sword fighting teacher. Want some help? Miley asked. Sure, I love some, I answer. But even with 2 of us, this job will take hours. Maybe or maybe not. Wow! Did I forgot to mention that Miley has magical powers? That's sort of an important detail. You're like a genius. Wait, what? A genius sources. Now, no, I've still got a long way to go, but I'm learning a lot of mumbling. He's a really good teacher. Obviously, fact of the day, Mumble is a wizard, and not some average everyday wizard either. He was once by Jova's royal magician. Okay. That was way back in the day, though. By the time Miley and I met him, he was a bit of a mess. Mumbling once accidentally changed my uncle into a goose, and that was one of his better spells. But here's the twist. The old guy wasn't completely washed up after all. When the chips were down, he delivered some pretty chalk magic, and he's definitely doing a great job of showing Miley the ropes. Be nice, I say with a sigh. What? Having a good teacher. Hey, stop standing around. Oh gosh, I'm always not showing. Sorry about that. Aren't you supposed to be moving the rocks? Rocks. Oh, you mean these rocks? Glink. He's speechless. An added bonus. Now we can do something fun. More fun than puking Sir Brickbat. Let's see what Kevin is up to. Let's see. Okay, great idea. Kevin's a midnight. Just like me and Miley, he's the first person I met when I came to Jova. And he also happens to be a total genius. Super, let's go. Sir Brickbat is steering slack-jawed our stone skyscraper as we leave the training yard and make our way through the business streets. Greetings, Sir Max. Bless you, Sir Max. Hi. Do you ever get tired of people thanking you serving by Jova? Mile asked. I tried to deflect the question. We all saved by Jova. The rest of us helped. It's true. She considers. I don't know. One moment, my eye. Sorry. But it wouldn't have happened without Kevin, Max, Miley. Your timing is superb. What? Superb. You've arrived at the precious moment of my grand opening. Kevin, jolly good library. A library? Kevin, that's wonderful, Miley exclaims. Yeah, absolutely, I added. What is a library? An archive of books open to the public. Anyone can visit the library and borrow books free of charge. How many books are you in your library? One. If I may be so bold, quite a book. The Tale of Max and the Midnights by Kevin. My eyes widened when I see the cover. Hey, that's us! Kevin beams. Yes, it is. It's she. It's the entire story of our thrilling adventure, commencing with the auspicious day we met and concluding with King Conrad's triumphant, I guess, return to the throne. Maya flips through the pages with her eyes shining. Kevin, it's beautiful. I love the drawing. Me too. This one of Simon really looks like him. Ooh, let me see. Oh, can I? Oh, can you see it? No, I'm just gonna make it closer. I don't know why I put it down. I want to make sure you draw me handsome enough. Simon, I say, this is a smashing, Kevin declares as Simon hops off his horse. All four midnights are together again. Simon gets a hearty handshake from Kevin and a huge from Miley. Then he walks over to me. Hi, Max. Hi, what's up? You're probably kind of mad at me, huh? To be honest, I wasn't sure how I felt until just now, but seeing Simon right here in front of me, I have no doubts. I was never mad at you, Simon, I tell him, and I mean every word. I was just surprised. He nods. Yeah, I was surprised too when it happened, but it makes sense now. Then explain to me, I say. How come you quit night school? Chapter 2. Might get to chapter 5. If you decided to bail because of Sir Brickbat, I tell him, I totally get it. That big doofus would make anyone want to quit. No, that wasn't it. It was a horse that gave me an idea. The idea. Huh? That's not the answer I was expecting. But let's see where he's going with this. Last week after KSB was over for the day, I was walking home, Simon begins. I stopped on the way to visit Nolan. And he definitely had his hands full. FYI, Nolan is Kevin's dad, and he owns a staple. That means a horse barn, something, I don't know. Kevin used to be his appreciates until he decided he'd rather write books than shove manure. Good carry move by Kevin. One horse was out of control, bucking, and stomping. Here's the thing I was showing you. If I wasn't, I don't know. I want to show you again. Suddenly, she broke out of the paddle dock. I managed to keep her from running wild in the streets. Then I took to her to calm her down and walk her back to the barn. But how? I asked in amazement. You don't know anything about horses, do you? No, it was just luck. Oh, my back. But Nolan thought there was more to it. Perhaps one person in 1,000 could have handled this animal. My boy, you have a gift. After that, I started dropping by the stable every day, Simon continues, and I loved it. More than you love night school, I wonder. He smiles at Max. Max, what I liked the most about KSB was hanging out with you the whole time. The rest of it was sort of boring, and I'd rather ride a horse than swing a sword any day. Why didn't you just tell me that? I yelped. I guess I feel guilty, he says with a shrug. I figured you think I was letting you down. After all, we said we're gonna become knights together. I know, but we will always be midnights, right? I reminded him. And every band of knights needed a good horseman. Well said, Max. I say, I've just realized something. The development lends a certain symmetry to our group. Do not you agree? Don't you agree? What symmetry? I think he makes up words just to mess with us. What I mean is each of us is unusually passionate about something. Let's see. Okay. For me, it's literature. For Miley, is that right? I don't know. It's magical. For Simon, it's horses. And for you, Max, it's obviously being a knight. Yeah, you're natural. Right, I'm a natural. Natural. Am I, though? I nodded in agreement, but there's not a whole lot of mojo behind it. In the darkest corners of my brain, there's a question lurking. I do not have an answer. What if I'm a lousy knight? Sorry if I spit that. Did I? No, okay. I don't think you saw it. Or did you? I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Oh, my legs are shaking. Let's see. Okay, seriously, before I started night school, that never ever crossed my mind. I was just assumed I'll be at the top of the class because, sorry to sound braggily, I had a lot of experience. Fighting a zombie, shooting an arrow from I don't know what you call that, an instrument, and riding on a dragon. Newsflash, it hadn't worked out that way. Sure, some of the students at KSB are about as knightly as a ham sandwich, but what does it make me? Look at that Flasco during practice earlier. I got knocked flat on my fanny. What's that? By Sedgwick. Who's Sedgwick? Let's see. Okay. Just some stuck-up kid from night school, I hissed through grinding teeth. I totally butt nugget. Hi, Max. See you in class tomorrow. Right. Excuse me. Okay, you call that what do you call it? Suck up. Miley exams as Sidgwick disappears around a corner. He seemed nice. previously, what is it about this chappie you find so for Max? Kevin asked. I tried to explain. He always, it's just that everybody thinks he's so talented. But being talented is so crime. Everyone's talented in some ways. Plink plonk. Was I showing you? Oh, no, I wasn't. It's fine. Not everyone. Come listen, oh listen, you curious folks, to a song with no story, no message, no jokes. It doesn't have lyrics, it isn't a dance, it's just random words put together by chance. Am I? Okay, I don't sing much. Okay. Skittle, blop, cheese, snore, cricket, tooth, frump, taco, purple, bonk, slurpy, lobster. Likes, yikes. My sentiments exactly. That's my Uncle Budrick by Jova's Royal Troubadour. I don't know. Notice I did not say he's a good troubadour. Or the guy sings like a frog with a mouthful of marbles. Oh, my back. Okay. Thistle's clunk pancake. Thank you. Now, I will now pass the hat. Donations gratefully accepted. Luckily for us, King Conrad gave him a job after we helped save by Jova as the royal troubadour. Uncle Budrick performs regular shows in the palace, but he's still like a play in public for extra money. How you do? Somebody stole my hat. Ooh, maybe I can help with a little magic. By making him a better singer, I ask hopefully. Miley shakes her head. No, I mean maybe I can replace his hat. I've been practicing a new spell. Wait one moment. Eagles stretch and lions roar. Makes this noggin bear for no more. Flung. Holy hairdo. Whoa, I've got hair? How do I look? Look like a fuzzy lollipop. Fitzt. That's more like it. He's only needed one hat, Simon points out. Why you give him 6? I wasn't trying to, Miley says, examining her wand. Maybe I mixed a duplicating charm by mistake. No worries, Uncle Budrick chirps. I like having a few extra. Great scout. Scout. Miley, could you work the same spell on my book? Kevin asked breathlessly. Then my library would have multiple copies. I can try, she tells him, but first I put the book down and step back. I don't want to duplicate you as well. Yowza. It worked. Fabulous, Miley. Kevin shouts, dancing around the stack of books. Each one is an excellent replicate of the original. Wait a sec. This one's not an exact replica. Look at the cover. See? The faces are different. Wow, so beautiful. What about inside the book? Uncle Budrick asked. I flip over it open to check. All these pages are black. Let's see. Okay. How very odd, Kevin remarks. The other copies are fine. Only this one stands out. Simon frowns. But why? What does it mean? Nothing, Miley chimes in. It's just an accident. Stuff like this happen to beginning magicians all the time. I bet my wand needs an adjustment. I'm gonna check with mumbling. I'm taking off too. I have to get to work. Work? I repeat, Simon, you have a job? He's beaming. He beams. Beaming. Beaming. Nolan's taking me on as an apprentice. From now on, whenever you need me, I'll be at the stable. Okay, one moment. I'm flipping the page now. My nose hurt. Okay, I feel a twig of envy as Simon rides off, hanging around with Nolan all day. Sounds more fun than getting chewed one by Sir Brickbat. Actually, lots of stuff is more than that. Food poisoning, chicken pox, in-ground toenails, static, cling. I'm off to the place and care to join me, Max? King Conrad is hosting a reception. Oh, now we're talking. Royal receptions are always good. I could do without all the bowling and signing, but the food is, well, fit for the king. Wanna come along, Kevin? There will be melon balls. No, thank you, Max. I'm going to stay here and devise a decimal system to organize my books. We say our goodbyes to Kevin and head for the castle. There are guards at the gate, but they wave us through. Thanks, guys. Being the royal troubadour has its advantages. He's right. Not many people can just stroll into the place and crash one of the king's fancy pants parties. And how many girls my age can say they knew the king when he was only a kid? Long story. Read Kevin's book. Buderick, Max, come in. How come you dress like a parrot flow? I wish I wasn't feel like a twit, but it's traditional for the king to dress formally when meeting another monarch. I guess it's from the Middle Ages. Okay, another march. I echo. You mean a king, a queen in this case? Conrad answered. Nerla from the land of Tresk. Uncle Baldric perks up. A disgust visitor. Allow me to sing a song to celebrate the auction. Don't, Plunk. I meant no thank you. Good call. The last thing this party needs is Uncle Buderick trying to find a rhythm for Nerla. Just then, there's a blare of trumpets. The reception is starting. Presenting Her Majesty Queen Nora of Tresk. Okay. I'm hoping for a quicker handshake, followed immediately by an all-you-can-eat buffet. But not such luck. I'm honored by your hospitality, King Conrad. The honor is mine, Your Highness. I shall now read a royal proclamation. Rats, hang in there, stomach. This is gonna take a while. Whereby on this the 12th day of wait, the crystal at the tip of my scepter is glowing. Is that bad? The king asked. It's a warning. You see the crystal is enchanted. It behaves the way only when it detects evil. Evil? Wow, so long. On my word, Queen Nora is no evil in the halls of the castle. Conrad assures her, but she's not listening. She stands still as a statue, staring intently at the tip of the sculptor. I see its pale gleam reflected in her eyes. After several long moments of she speaks. The crystal is never wrong. Trust me, there is a threat among us here in this room. King Conrad looks stunned. But where? But where? Right there. Done. No, I don't want to see. I don't want to. Chapter 3. Wait. What? Some random crystal lights up like a candle, and suddenly I'm the stunk at the picnic. That's ridiculous. This lady sculptor must be busted. I'm no threat, honest. I see that now, my dear girl. I hope you forgive me for alarming you. So it wasn't her. She smiles a friendly smile, not one of those Sir Brickbat special, and breath a little easier as queens go. I'm guessing Nora is one of the good ones. I made a mistake, she explains. Thought the crystal was reacting to you, but I believe what you're carrying is a culprit. I almost forgotten about it. The funky copy of Calvin's book tucked under my arm. May I see it, please? The queen asked. I hand it to her. She shuffles to the center of the throne and places the book on the floor. She waves the sculptor over it. Nothing happens that I can see, but I smell something. Sorry, I had chili for lunch. It's not you, Uncle Budrick. It's the book. Ooh. Imagine all the nastiest stuff you can think of. Dead fish, cat pee, artichoke dip, and then set on fire. That's what the book smells like, but I'm not sure this thing really is a book. It's starting to twitch and tremble. It seems alive. Excuse me. Flop. It opened on its own. Something's coming out of it. The book's black pages are breaking free of the blinding and rising into the air. Like windblown leaves, except leaves on this original organid. They hover for a moment and then shuffle together to form what you see for yourself. I actually need a breathe. Gasp. That's all I'm gonna say. I actually need a breathe too. Okay. It's a face. Shh. I think it's speaking. People come and people go. They look at the stuff and sound like those you know. But just how certain can you be that you are you and we are we? We are we. Here's the picture. Okay. And then it's over. The full smell disappears. The pages fall apart and flutter harmlessly to the floor. Let's see. Okay. And people wonder why I'm a reluctant reader. What was that? I'm not sure I can explain it, Queen Norla answers, but the crystal clearly sensed the princess of evil. So, a book can be evil, I ask? It can if it's a diet book, Uncle Bodrick mutters. Like that ones that tell you to eat more kale. Very helpful, thanks. I think the book has been enchanted in some way. But why? Let's take it to mumbling Mumbling, I suggest. Maybe he can tell us more about it. A splendid idea, Max. King Conrad agreed. Oops. Okay. Butterick, please entertain our guests while Max and I are gone. Yes, Your Highness. My lady, here's a little ditty called "I Just at Night whose armor is too tight." Okay. Plunk. Each day I dress in stainless steel. Those iron undies make me squirrel. Okay. Poor and Queen. No, I don't have the heart to tell her that this song includes a 20 minutes lute solo. And anyway, I gather up all the pages while the king changes out of his monkey suit. 5 minutes later, we're on our way to see Mumbling. Okay. Shady across home for aged sources. Jazzercise. 5 p.m. I do not get why Mumbling lives here. Why wouldn't he? It's for retarded people. I reminded him, but Mumbling's unretired, remember? I imagine he enjoys the company. Conrad says, it must be fun living among wizards. Poof! Har! Although it might also have a downside. Ta-da! Another intruder vanquished. Intruder? That's the king. Really? Oops. Did you see it? Okay, I'm just showing you. Closer. Okay. I'm afraid my eyesight isn't what it used to be. Zap. Your patch is on the wrong eye, Selmore. It is? Great Scout, that does make a difference. Mumbling. Hello, friends. We brought something to show you. Ah, yes. Oops. Ah, yes, the book. Mumbling declares, taking it from me. Milo mentioned it. I'm curious to have a closer look. While Miley told you about it. All she seen was the cover, I tell him. A lot more happened since then. Eventually, the old wizard said as he noticed the rumbled pages, I jammed back in the biting. Please elaborate. Right? I don't know. Stretch back for a moment. Okay. As we walk along the path to Mumbling's cottage, Conrad and I described the scene in the throne room, including the words we heard from that freaky giant face. That you are you and we and are we. Wait, I meant that you are you and we are we. Fantastic. Fascinating, I meant. Oh wow, I'm bad at saying that. Okay, I'm in true good. Let's examine this more closely. Mumbling pulls a magnifying glass from his robes and squirts through the lens at the pitch black pages to me. I meant pitch black pages. To me, it's just a book, but when you're a super powerful wizard, you can probably see stuff the rest you can't. Us cannot. It's a book. Oh, sorry, I'm flipping the page. Okay. Wait, Tim, that's a big review. Excuse me while I yawn. I've seen coin flips that were more dramatic. What I mean, Mumbling continues, noticing my epic eye roll, is that it's discussed as a book, but as the events in the throne room provided is something else entirely. I believe this is a bodkin. Okay, I bite. I will bite. What's a bodkin? A copy, Mumbling answers. A twin. This book is the Bodkin of Kevin's original. Not a real twin, though. I erupted. I could see right away from it was different. Yes, Bodkins have never learned to become truly identical copies, Mumbling explains. Though there's always something a tiny bit odd about them. Hold it, you're talking about Bodkins like they are people? Mumbling nods. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, Mumbling nods. They certainly can be. I don't get it. Neither do I. Who are these Bodkins? Where do they come from? It says that they live in a secret land, a shadow world that cannot be found on any map. Mumbling states. How and why they ended up there I cannot see. I can. The heck? Oh, okay. Never mind. It's a Selmore. He's carrying a book. I hope it's just a book in the size of a pizza box. Are you going to make me a pineapple again? Sounds fun. Maybe later. But first, I am going to read you the story. Oh, my nose is itchy. Of how the Bodkins came to be. Okay, one moment. Need to get ready because I don't. Oh. In the olden days by Jova, there lived a prince named Torin. He had wealth and power, but was he grateful for his blessing? No, he was selfish and vain, with a vile temper that made him feared and despised throughout the kingdom. One day, Torin was visited by his fairy dog mother. Should it that be godmother? Yes, but there's no way to correct typos in Middle Ages. Okay. Who said to him, if you are one day be king, you must become a better man. Let me help you. Each day, the fairy dog mother removed one of Torin's many demons and stored them in a magical bottle where they could do no harm. And each day, Torin grew wiser, and kinder, until finally he was worthy of being king. But the night before he was to be crowned, Torin knocked the bottle from the shelf. It shattered, releasing the demons from their captivity. Lo and behold, the demon bonded together and in appearance became the very image of Torin himself. Look upon me, he commanded. I am called Boris. Okay. You'll never sit upon the throne or walk in the palace floors. I'll take your place and steal your life. My body kin to yours. My body kin to yours. That's why they're called bodkins, right? Preciously. Then what happened? Oh, okay, one moment. Okay. Boris overpowered throne and imprisoned him in a cave. Then he became king in the prince's place, ruling by Jova with threats and cruelty. But Throne escaped and returned to face the Bodkin. Which of them is the imposter? The people cried. They are identical. Aha! I will bet they weren't identical, although they were they? I shout. Mumbling said there's always something odd about Bodkins, and so there was in this case. Still conforms. According to the story, Boris had no fingernails. That sounds kind Kinda great, actually one less thing to keep cleaning. The people seized the bodkin and demanded he be pushed. Chris, I'm sorry, one moment. Oh, something's in my throat. Okay. Prince Thuron summoned the fairy dog mother. He asked her to create a captive realm depend in the forest from which Boris couldn't escape. Before he was taken away, Boris drew close to Thorin and whispered in his ear. Then he left by Jova, never to return. The end. The end. Wait, one moment. Okay, flip. The end? Wait, what did Boris whisper to the prince? Nobody knows. Whatever words were spoken have long since been forgotten. No, they haven't, Conrad said softly. Huh? No offense, big fella, but says who? Every member by Jova royal line of succession has learned those words. Conrad goes on. They've been passed down through generations of kings and queens. Kings and queens. Okay. Can you tell us the words, Your Highness? Mumbling asked. You've banished me. I know not where, but others soon I'll join me there. And but others soon will join me there. And come the day when we break free, a mighty arm we shall be. I say this chap has a knack for reciting rather ominously poetry. Selamore, obviously. If a bunch of bodkins are forming an army, I exclaim, we need to get ready now, before it's too late. Mumbling's face is clouded with worry as he strokes his beard. I'm afraid you do not understand, Max. It's already too late. Chapter 4. What you saying? What are you saying, old friend? Conrad's voice is deadly serious. Is by Jova in danger? I believe it is, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, Mumbling replies. This book you and Max brought me proves it. Excuse me. How so? The king demands. This book is a bodkin. Oh, I feel sick. Mumbling reminds us if it found a way into our world, other bodkins will soon follow. We must keep the kingdom safe. I know, I'll protect the realm by turning myself into a troll. Poof! Am I a troll? Close, you're a roll. Yeah, with cinnamon swirls. Nuts. Actually, those are raisins. Look on the bright side, sir. Morn, you were only off them by one letter. Yes, but now my buns are all sticky. Snickers. Okay, one moment. Okay. Enough, Conrad commands, sounding royal Paid. I don't know what's that. What shall we do about the bodkins? Warn the people? Mundlin shakes his head. That would only panic them. Give them time to examine the book further. Meanwhile, let's all just behave normally. Easy for you to say. You are not a Danish. True, I am 60% Irish, 40% Scottish, and 10% Tasmanian. Wait a minute, that's 110%. that come from a large family. Good night, mumbling. We will speak tomorrow. Conrad and I leave for the castle. There's not a sound in the what do you call it? Evening evening air. Guess my job to break the silence. Poor Selmore. I bet it's not much fun being a Simonon role. There's item 1 of the things you never thought you would say list. You see it? Okay, yeah, you did. Okay. I don't know. Okay. The king chuckles. I'm sure Mumbling will change him back to a wizard before he turns stall. Stall, get it? Not great, but give the guy a break. He's a more inch, not a stand-up comedian. Your Highness, how much didn't you know about Bodkins before tonight? A farewell look crosses on Conrad's face. When I was born, my parents told me many stories. Some might have been more legend than truth, but I believed them. What did they say? That each of us has Bodkin. In the Shadowland, there's a Bodkin for every man, woman, and child in Bajova, and they all looked exactly like us. How do I flip? 1 moment. Okay, I'm flipping. Okay, let's see. Making it straight. Okay. So if you've got a humongous zit on your butt, I ask, your bodkin does too? I suppose so. That's weird. Yes, King agrees. But what really concerns me is Mumbling's prediction about the Bodkins' plans. They intended to come here to Bajova, but if they looked just like us, how do we know they are not here already? He could be a Bodkin, or she could. Max, stop. The king kneels down next to me. You just confirmed that Mumbling was right when he advised us against warning people. He whispers, can't you see what that would mean? We're all starting to see Bodkins around every corner, as you just did. I feel my cheeks burning. I guess maybe I did go a little overboard there. For now, let's assume that there aren't any Bodkins in Bajova. The king suggests as we reach the castle and pass through the main gate. I much rather believe the best about a person than suspect the worst. And it keeps on singing. And speaking of the worst, you can read it. I'm not gonna sing. I'm just bad, and I'm not gonna read it. Okay, you can pause the video if you want to read it. Okay, Queen Nervala looks limper than a week-old salad. Conrad shows her to the guest quarters, while I drag Uncle Budrick from the throne room, but he's not ready to pack it in. What about my encore? It's a tongue twister. I call it. Sharon says she should sell sushi. He spells plays it for me as we walk home. Thank goodness our cottage is only 2 verses away. We share a barely edible supper, and then I just go straight to bed. I'm beat. Like that? I don't know. I guess, I don't know. Maybe it's all the Bodkin talk, or maybe it's the acid reflux from Uncle Budrick Zucchi casserole. Whenever to blame, I'm restless. And when I'm restless, I dream. First, the good news. It isn't one of those dreams where I'm running around in my underwear while everyone else is fully clothed. Phew. Now the bed brickbats in the very first scene, which obviously moves us into nightmares territory. He's yelling as usual. Girls don't belong in night schools. And he sends me into the wildness. Go, be gone with you. Flipping page. Okay. There's no path, no landmarks. I'm lost. Okay, one moment. I noticed something on the ground. Near some sculptor. It's Max, the girl who wants to be a knight. But tell me, what kind of knight gets lost in the forest? Give up. It's clear you don't have what it takes. You will never be a knight ever. Never. Suddenly I hear a familiar voice. This way, Max. It's Miley. Okay. I come to a clearing and there's Miley standing beside a giant tentacle tree. Come here, Max. There's someone I'd like you to meet. A figure appears drifting out of the trunk like a ghost. Hello, Max. What's wrong? Don't you recognize me? Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Okay, like this. Okay. Go away. We do not need you anymore. This Max is taking your place. Gah! Or I don't know what you call it. Oh God, I don't know. I don't want to say. That's when I wake up sweating buckets and nothing like a bodkin dress to ruin a good night's sleep. I try to shut my eyes again, but I'm too rattled. A few hours of tossing and turning later, it's morning. Uncle Butterick, up and at M. Zzz. Would I like to perform on By Jova's Got Talent? Why, yes, I would. Zzz. Too much z's. Z's. Z. Here's a bouncy little number called Jaws between the two of us. Excuse me. Oh boy. You think sleepwalking is strange. Try living with a singer. I do my best to ignore Uncle Broderick's vocal stylings as I eat a quick breakfast. Then I take off with Mumblin's words from yesterday ringing in my ears. Behave normally. Would I rather be preparing for Bodkin's invasion? Sure, but instead I'm going to stick to my routine to go to KSB and say in to Kevin along the way. Kevin, what's up? Hello, that's it? Pretty vanilla by his usual standards. I usually to his more Kevinish greetings like, salutations, hail fellow, well meet, good morrow. A hola, I don't know what's that. Hola, I don't know. Okay, let's see. Okay, no time to worry about that now. I hustled toward the training yard. The last thing I needed is seeing Brickbat throwing a hairy fit because what I'm late. Well, nice of you to join us, girl. You were supposed to be here a half hour ago. Okay, is this perfect? It feels like it's not perfect. Okay, but nobody told me that yesterday. I protest. Sir Brickbat Snickers. How very strange. None of the boys forgotten about this puntation. Everyone's paired up already. Let's leave you without a partner. I'll be Max's partner. The heck? What else? I'm just reading. Okay. Sedgwick. Don't you want to choose someone different? Nope. Don't do me any favors. It's not a favor. Very well then, Sir Brickbat grumbles. Let the competition begin. What is the competition? Orienteering, Sedgwick answered. Knights needed to know where they're going, even without a map to guide them. Excuse me. The object is to find our way home from the middle of nowhere. Okay. Okay, but how do we get to the middle of nowhere? Flip. Wow! Okay. These clouds will carry you teams to an unknown location. So Brickbat announced the first team to return to the training ground will be declared the winner. Start climbing. He doesn't have to tell us twice, said Wickham, and I scramble up the rope ladder, and in a matter of seconds, we got our heads in the clouds, literally. I can't see. Just do not take any long walks. I wonder what makes this thing go. Beats me. I do not understand cloud technology. Our cloud gradually drifts away from the others until they are out of sight. Sedgwick clenched in his neck over one fluffy edge and started staring at the landscape far below. Hey, I asked him, why you pick me as a partner? Oh, I feel good. Okay. I want to win, he answers matter-of-factly. And you're the best student in the class. Wait, Nightly midknights is calling me the best? I've been feeling like the class grew up. Why would you say that? We don't even like each other. Okay. He looks surprised. Speak for yourself. I do not dislike anyone except Sir Brickbat, of course. What? I thought Sedgwick loved Brickbrain. But if you decided to don't like me for some reason, he continues, then your business. That's your business. Great. Now I feel guilty. Do we really have to talk about feelings and all that junk? Can't we just have the optional sword fight and leave that at that? Hey, we're landing. He's right. No needed for a ladder this time. Our cloud descended into a grove of trees and lands gently on the floor. Sedgwick and I jumped down. Okay, let's figure out our location. Exclamation mark. I don't know where we are, but I've been here before. Okay, there's no doubt about it. That's the tree I saw in my nightmare. My heart starts hammering in my chest. I don't have a good feeling about this. We may need to defend ourselves, I whisper, keeping my eyes on the tree. So be ready, okay, Sedgwick? Sedgwick? Chapter 5. I'll stop here for now. And then I'll do it maybe tomorrow if you give me like, I don't know, like not much views, like just 20. And if you give me like that much views, then I'll do it tomorrow or Thursday. I meant not Thursday, but Friday. And that's all. Well, goodbye.